The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. Niccolo Machiavelli, the prince. In the shadows of every confrontation lies a silent war, an unseen battle waged not with swords, but with words, gestures, and the subtle play of power. The true victor is not the one who strikes first, but the one who controls the battlefield before the first move is made. Imagine a leader, poised before his council, his every word weighed, his every pause deliberate. Around him, advisors hang on his every syllable, their fates intertwined with his decisions. This is the essence of strategic dominance, the ability to command without uttering a single word. As Machiavelli observed, the intelligence of a ruler is reflected in the men he surrounds himself with. In this silent arena, your allies and adversaries alike are shaped by your unseen hand. Every conversation is a battlefield. The words you choose, the silence you maintain, the way you position yourself, each is a tactical move in a larger game of influence. Failing to control these elements is akin to entering a war without armor. Consider the modern-day strategist navigating the complex terrain of corporate politics. In a meeting, a well-timed question can shift alliances. A subtle nod can affirm loyalty, and a deliberate pause can unsettle an opponent. These are the weapons of the mind, wielded with precision to achieve dominance without a single physical confrontation. The cost of losing composure in these moments is immense. A rash word, an uncontrolled gesture, can unravel years of carefully constructed influence. In the high-stakes game of power, a single misstep can lead to a fall from grace. But mastery lies in the unseen. It is in the ability to remain calm amidst chaos, to listen more than speak, to observe more than act. In this silent control, you become the unseen force that shapes the battlefield. Remember, the true power lies not in the fight, but in the ability to win before the first blow is struck. Victory is not won on the battlefield, it is won in the mind before the battle begins. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. Your mind is your kingdom. It is the throne upon which your destiny sits. Every thought, every impulse, every fleeting emotion is a subject in your court. To rule it is to command your fate. Imagine a ruler whose mind is a fortress, walls of discipline, gates of focus, and towers of clarity. Within this stronghold, only those thoughts that serve the realm are allowed entry. The rest are banished, their whispers drowned by the roar of purpose. This is cognitive sovereignty. It is the ability to govern your thoughts, to direct your attention, to choose your responses. Without it, you are a puppet to every passing whim, a slave to every distraction. In the modern world, this sovereignty is under siege. The digital age bombards you with notifications, opinions, and endless streams of information. Each ping is an arrow aimed at your concentration, each headline a battering ram against your peace. To maintain your mental dominion, you must build a fortress of perspective. This means constructing mental barriers that filter out the noise and allow only what aligns with your purpose to enter. It is not about ignoring the world. It is about choosing what part of it deserves your attention. Consider the modern-day strategist navigating the complex terrain of corporate politics. In a meeting, a well-timed question can shift alliances. A subtle nod can affirm loyalty, and a deliberate pause can unsettle an opponent. These are the weapons of the mind, wielded with precision to achieve dominance without a single physical confrontation. But even within your own mind, there are forces that seek to usurp your throne. Emotions, impulses, and distractions are like rebellious factions, each vying for control. To maintain your sovereignty, you must command your court. This means deciding which voices deserve your attention and which ones must be silenced. It is about cultivating an inner circle of thoughts that support your goals and dismissing those that lead you astray. Remember, the mind is not a passive observer. It is an active participant in your destiny. To rule it is to shape your future. To let it rule you is to surrender to chaos. Victory is not won on the battlefield. It is won in the mind before the battle begins. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. Your morning is not a simple routine. It is a battlefield, a proving ground where the first victories of the day are claimed before anyone else rises. The sun has barely touched the horizon, yet wars are already won or lost in these quiet hours. Every choice you make before the world demands your attention. Every deliberate movement, every controlled breath is a strategic strike. This is where the day's conquest begins, and your enemies are not outside. They are the chaos, distraction, and indecision waiting to ambush you. Ritual is your weapon. The act of rising with intention, of commanding your environment before it commands you, is the first preemptive strike of the day. Make your bed. Organize your space. Map your priorities. These are the trenches where discipline is forged. The small victories you claim against disorder accumulate into momentum that no external force can match. By controlling the start of the day, you assert authority over every interaction that follows. Let your morning be a declaration. You will dictate the tempo of your world, not the whims of circumstance. Beyond action, the mind must be sharpened like a finely honed blade. In these hours, you are a strategist surveying the battlefield of the hours to come. Reflect on what must be done, anticipate the maneuvers of rivals, both seen and unseen, and prepare contingencies for the unexpected. Visualization, planning, and contemplation are the drills of the mind. They build mental reflexes that allow you to respond not in reaction, but in calculated precision. Each thought is a soldier under your command, each plan a formation advancing silently toward victory. The battlefield exists first in the mind, and only those who prepare in the early hours can dominate it in reality. The first mover advantage is not theoretical. It is a fact proven by centuries of human behavior. The early riser seizes opportunities while others linger in slumber. A single decisive action before dawn, a completed task, a sent message, a problem solved, establishes dominance not just in productivity, but in perception. Those who see you acting first unconsciously acknowledge your authority, bowing before your momentum. Compound these early wins, and you create a psychological fortress that protects you from hesitation and doubt throughout the day. Imagine the morning as a chessboard. Each ritual, each disciplined choice, each prepared decision is a move placing you several steps ahead of your opponents. The chaos of the world will try to invade, but you have fortified your positions. You have anticipated, acted, and claimed territory in the mind and in life. By the time others awaken, you are already a king in motion, your influence stretching beyond your immediate reach, your power quietly undeniable. Do not underestimate the stakes. A day begun in confusion or passivity is a day surrendered to forces outside your control. But a morning seized with discipline is the foundation of victory, a signal to the world that you are not reactive. You are the predator, the tactician, the ruler. Your day belongs to you before it belongs to anyone else. Conquer the morning, command the day. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. Stillness is your deadliest weapon. In a world where noise is mistaken for power and haste is worshipped, the one who remains silent holds the unseen advantage. The loudest, the most aggressive, they charge forward, leaving gaps, revealing weaknesses, and creating openings that only the patient can exploit. You become the predator hidden in plain sight, the storm contained within calm waters, the hand that moves when no one expects it. Pause before the strike. Do not rush to react. Every delay is a trap set for your opponent. In the heat of conversation, in the midst of a negotiation, the impulsive expose themselves. They reveal intentions through hasty words, nervous gestures, or premature actions. You wait, you watch. Every hesitation they display is a chink in their armor. Every misstep becomes ammunition for your calculated counter. History teaches us that battles are often lost, not by force, but by those who cannot control the timing of their moves. Command your tempo, force them to stumble while you remain unshaken. The silent predator observes with precision. In the chaos of human interaction, patterns emerge only when you watch, without interruption. Notice the slight shift in posture, the micro-expressions, the flicker of doubt in their eyes. These small signals map the battlefield more accurately than the loudest proclamations ever could. Like a chess master studying the board, you see the weaknesses, the traps, the inevitable consequences of their choices. Silence sharpens perception. Stillness becomes reconnaissance. While others act blindly, you move with informed intent. Calm is your armor. Let no emotion betray your hand. Rage, fear, or frustration is a beacon for adversaries seeking leverage. They will exploit your agitation, manipulate your reactions, and wrest control from your grasp. Emotional neutrality transforms you into an unassailable fortress. Your enemies strike, but their blows glance harmlessly off, unable to penetrate a mind fortified by composure. This is not passivity, it is strategic dominance, a demonstration of control that commands respect without uttering a single word. Imagine a boardroom where chaos reigns, voices rising in conflict, tempers flaring, egos clashing. You sit quietly, absorbing, analyzing, learning. Every miscalculation by the impatient strengthens your position. Every loud claim becomes a guidepost, revealing vulnerabilities you can exploit. By the time action is required, the path is clear, the strategy refined, and the victory certain. The world will not see the predator until it is too late. Stillness is not emptiness. It is preparation. It is the weapon of the disciplined, the tool of the master, the strategy of those who understand that true power is measured not by noise, but by control, in patience, in observation, in calculated restraint. You create openings that force the world to respond on your terms. Do not mistake calm for weakness. Silence is the prelude to supremacy. Your composure is the battlefield. Your observation is the armory. And your timing is the strike that decides the outcome before the war begins. Master the pause, dominate the battle. Men in general judge more from appearances than from reality. All men have eyes, but few have the gift of penetration. Ruthlessness is not cruelty, it is clarity. The battlefield of life is littered with wasted energy, misguided loyalties, and distractions disguised as opportunities. Every moment you hesitate to cut away what weakens you, every time you maintain out of comfort or fear, is a surrender of power. To dominate, you must prune without hesitation, eliminate without guilt, and strike with the precision of a seasoned general. Cutting ties with toxicity is the first commandment of ruthless strategy. Friends who sow doubt, colleagues who drain momentum, habits that cloud judgment, they are parasites on your influence. History shows that even the greatest rulers, from Caesar to Elizabeth I, surrounded themselves with advisors and allies who strengthened their rule and discarded those who endangered it. Your social and mental pruning is not personal, it is tactical. Severe connections that compromise your vision. Free your mind from voices that whisper uncertainty or distraction. Every cut creates room for clarity and expands the scope of your control. Neutralize threats quietly. Power thrives in the shadows, where the unseen hand shapes outcomes without drawing fire. The loud confrontation is for amateurs. The master strikes subtly, a competitor quietly removed, a countermeasure deployed without spectacle, a problem contained before it grows. This is the art of silent elimination. Imagine a general who sends scouts to sabotage enemy supply lines rather than charging blindly into open combat. In the modern arena, this is diplomacy with precision, action without unnecessary spectacle, influence without exposure. You remove opposition efficiently, ensuring the battlefield is yours without costly war. Efficiency in action is your final principle. Precision is not just tactical, it is psychological. Every wasted effort dilutes focus. Every misdirected energy diminishes dominance. The modern strategist knows that time and attention are finite resources. By striking only where necessary, cutting only what threatens progress, and acting decisively, you conserve energy for the battles that truly define your power. The world rewards those who can distinguish between the trivial and the consequential, who move like a predator selecting prey with flawless accuracy. Visualize your mind and life as a chessboard. Every unnecessary attachment is a piece blocking your path. Every unresolved threat is a rook poised to corner your king. You advance with ruthless intent, removing what hinders, neutralizing what opposes, and positioning yourself for the final decisive move. This is not vengeance, it is mastery. Efficiency, discretion, and decisiveness are the hallmarks of those who command outcomes instead of being consumed by them. Understand the stakes. Each moment spent tolerating weakness or tolerating distraction is a moment your rivals seize to surpass you. Every hesitation is a breach in your defenses. Every mismanaged tie is a liability on the field. To achieve supremacy, you must act without regret, cut without hesitation, and focus without distraction. Only then does influence transform into unassailable power. Strike with precision, eliminate without mercy. It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. Power begins with perception. Before any strategy is executed, before any action shakes the world, the battlefield is shaped by what others believe about you. Your presence, your posture, the subtle cues you project, they are the first weapons of command. To wield influence, you must wear the mask of authority, projecting strength even before it is fully earned. The world bows first to image, and only then to the substance behind it. Authority is your armor. When you walk into a room, every movement, every tone, every measured word conveys a narrative. You are in control. Confidence is not vanity. It is a strategic weapon. History is filled with leaders who dominated through projection before they consolidated actual power. Napoleon did not seize Europe overnight. He walked with the air of inevitability, and men aligned themselves with the image of his command. In modern life, your posture, your tone, your decisiveness, and the calm behind your eyes create the perception of dominance. Those who face you must assume strength, and perception often dictates behavior before reality intervenes. Controlled vulnerability is your secret. Never reveal what weakens you. Instead, let glimpses of openness serve a tactical purpose. Machiavelli wrote that rulers must appear compassionate, yet conceal the full extent of their intentions. To appear approachable while guarding your core is to manipulate the battlefield without a single confrontation. Reveal just enough to build trust, maintain alliances, or bait overconfidence. Every exposure is deliberate, every concealment strategic. You dictate what others perceive, shaping their choices before the fight even begins. Psychological leverage transforms perception into compliance. People submit more readily to the image of power than to its actual execution. The mind of your opponent is your first conquest. If they believe you are unassailable, hesitant, or decisive, their actions will mirror your projection. A calm command, A decisive movement or an unwavering gaze can bend behavior without a single word of threat. Like a chess player setting a trap, the board is manipulated before a piece moves. Perception is the first checkmate. Consider a modern negotiation. The most successful negotiator often sits back, listening more than speaking, exuding calm certainty. Every pause, every deliberate gesture communicates control. Rivals reveal more than they intend, overcommit or falter, simply because the mask of command projects inevitability. The battle is won in their minds long before contracts are signed or agreements finalized. Your mask is not deception. It is a weaponized projection of the self you are becoming. Confidence as armor, vulnerability as a tool, perception as leverage. These elements create a battlefield where opponents act according to your design. Reality conforms to the image you cultivate, and influence is asserted without fire or force. Understand this: those who wait to earn authority before projecting it are already behind. The world responds to the display of command. Assume the mask deliberately. Master the narrative of strength and control outcomes before the first blow is struck. Wear power before you wield it. Men in general judge more from appearances than from reality. All men have eyes, but few have the gift of penetration. Within you lies a predator waiting, a silent assassin honed not by impulse, but by calculation. The inner assassin is the embodiment of ruthless precision, the force that strikes only when victory is guaranteed. This is not cruelty, it is mastery. Every move is deliberate, every choice a tool in a larger strategy, every delay a trap that amplifies the impact of your action. Timing is everything. The world rewards those who can wait, observe, and then execute with the accuracy of a predator closing in on its prey. Patience is your weapon. Impulsivity is the enemy of control. History teaches us that those who strike too early often squander opportunities and expose vulnerabilities. Caesar did not storm the Rubicon without foresight. He waited, calculated, and crossed at the moment that secured inevitability. In your own life, the ability to hold back, to delay action while observing, analyzing, and preparing, magnifies your influence and ensures that when you act, the effect is undeniable. Each pause is a sharpening of the blade, a quiet positioning for the decisive blow. Do not rush. Let others exhaust themselves in noise and haste while you remain steady, unbroken, and ready. Focused precision is your second command. The inner assassin does not scatter energy across trivial battles. Every strike is aimed at what matters most: the weak link, the critical decision, the moment that shapes outcomes. Modern strategists, whether in business, negotiation, or personal influence, understand this instinctively. Attempting to dominate all fronts at once only dilutes power. Concentrate, strike the decisive point, eliminate only what matters. Like an archer releasing a single arrow with perfect aim, your action must be exact, intentional, and unavoidable. Mental detachment is your shield. Ego clouds judgment. Loyalty to self-image corrupts strategy, and attachment to outcomes blinds the mind. To internalize ruthlessness without cruelty, you must separate your personal desires from the tactical necessities of the moment. Observe with clarity, calculate without bias, and act with a focus that disregards applause, resentment, or fear. A detached mind sees opportunities others miss, exploits weaknesses hidden in plain sight, and maintains dominance without being consumed by emotion. This is the hallmark of the master, the one who wields ruthlessness as a tool, not as a weapon of destruction against themselves or others. Visualize a battlefield of the mind. Every decision a potential strike, every hesitation a potential loss. Your inner assassin moves silently through this terrain, eliminating distractions, identifying the critical targets, and waiting for the exact moment to act. The chaos around you is irrelevant. The timing, the focus, and the detachment determine the outcome. While others flail, consumed by impulse or ego, you strike with surgical precision, changing the course of events in a single, controlled motion. The stakes are immense. Acting too soon risks failure, hesitation invites defeat, and misdirected energy drains power. But mastery of the inner assassin transforms hesitation into leverage, precision into dominance, and detachment into clarity. You become untouchable, not because the world fears you, but because you control yourself completely. And in that control lies ultimate influence. Strike only when the moment is perfect. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. Within you resides a wolf, a primal force honed by instinct, hunger, and cunning. To dominate in life, you must feed this predator, not with mindless indulgence, but with calculated discipline and relentless sharpening. Hunger is not weakness, it is the engine that drives foresight, adaptability, and decisive action. Every ambitious thought, every restless night, every challenge you embrace is nourishment for the instincts that keep you ahead of the complacent, the distracted, and the unprepared. Hunger as motivation is your first command. The great leaders and strategists of history thrived on desire that never settled. Alexander advanced into unknown lands, not merely for conquest, but for the fire within him that refused stagnation. In your own life, dissatisfaction with mediocrity, an appetite for mastery, and relentless drive create a momentum that competitors cannot match. Let your ambitions stir you awake, fuel your planning, and sharpen every instinct. Restlessness is the signal that your wolf is alive, alert, and ready to strike at opportunity the moment it presents itself. Adaptive instincts are your second edge. Hunger alone is not enough. It must be coupled with awareness. Train your gut to read people, situations, and subtle patterns before they fully emerge. Observe micro-expressions, tone shifts, and behaviors that reveal hidden motives. Like a predator circling its prey, the master senses imbalance long before others recognize it. The instinct that identifies an opportunity, a threat, or a miscalculation becomes your battlefield advantage. Do not rely solely on logic. Intuition, refined and disciplined, becomes the silent weapon that guides every move. Controlled aggression is your final principle. A wolf does not expend energy on every movement. It stalks with patience, strikes with precision, and channels force where it counts. In modern life, this translates to focusing effort on the battles that truly matter, ignoring distractions, and deploying energy where the payoff is decisive. Misplaced aggression burns resources and exposes vulnerabilities. Disciplined strikes conserve strength while asserting dominance. Let your wolf be deliberate. Let its force be exact. Attack only where victory changes the game. Visualize your instincts as a force that feeds on preparation, observation, and desire. Every action, every study, every calculated risk is nourishment. Without feeding your wolf, complacency sets in and opportunities slip past unseen. With it, you move faster than hesitation, strike with sharper clarity, and survive where others stumble. The hunger you cultivate becomes intelligence in motion, a predator's awareness translated into modern mastery. The stakes are unmistakable. Those who starve their instincts, ignore intuition, or scatter energy on trivialities will be outpaced, outmaneuvered, and consumed by competitors who maintain their edge. To feed the wolf is to cultivate relentless vigilance, strategic cunning, and the readiness to act decisively when the moment demands. Your edge is not inherited. It is earned in preparation, observation, and disciplined action. Feed the wolf, sharpen your edge. Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hound, for everyone can see, but few can discern. Life is a chessboard, each encounter a square, every conversation a potential move. The battles you face are not always physical. They are contests of strategy, influence, and perception. To master life, you must see the patterns that others overlook, anticipate the moves that are coming, and position yourself where victory is inevitable. The pawn that hesitates, the king that reacts blindly, the queen that overextends, these are the consequences of untrained foresight. To survive, to dominate, you must become the grand master of your own destiny. Anticipation is your first weapon. Just as chess masters study their opponents, recognize tendencies, and forecast responses, you must observe human behavior closely. History is a library of patterns. Napoleon studied his general's impulses. Sun Tzu analyzed the enemy's routines. The victor always sees several moves ahead. In your own life, anticipate arguments, challenges, and obstacles before they appear. Watch for subtle signs, hesitation, tone, gesture. Predict the responses of colleagues, competitors, or adversaries. Let foresight guide your decisions so your moves feel inevitable and your victories preordained. Sacrifice is your second command. Not every loss is defeat. In chess, a pawn falls to save the king. A minor retreat secures a larger victory. In life too, strategic withdrawal, conceding small battles, or letting go of trivial attachments is not weakness. It is intelligence in motion. Imagine the executive who allows a minor concession to secure a critical deal, or the negotiator who feigns disinterest to provoke overreach from the opponent. Every calculated sacrifice positions you for a decisive strike. Understand what can be given up to gain what truly matters. Your patience and discernment transform temporary setbacks into long-term supremacy. Long-term planning is the final pillar. Impulse may offer fleeting victories, but true mastery demands vision. A move that gratifies the moment but exposes your position is a trap. A decision made for immediate gain at the cost of ultimate objectives is the folly of the short-sighted. In modern life, this might look like avoiding public arguments that damage reputation, delaying immediate gratification for career advancement, or navigating relationships with precision and foresight. Position yourself like a chess grandmaster, every step deliberate, every response calculated, every sacrifice purposeful. Visualize your life as a chessboard. Each interaction, each negotiation, each encounter is a square. Your adversaries are pieces, some aggressive, some passive, some unpredictable. You must control the center, protect your king, and deploy your pieces strategically. The chaos around you is irrelevant. The outcomes are determined by the moves you planned yesterday and the foresight you cultivate today. Every decision carries the weight of multiple future possibilities. Master the board, and you control your destiny. The stakes are immense. Impulsive actions, unanticipated patterns, or poorly judged sacrifices will cost more than temporary setbacks. They can derail your entire strategy. But a disciplined mind, trained to see the board, to anticipate, to sacrifice, and to plan, becomes untouchable. You move with certainty, influence without effort, and strike with inevitability. Victory becomes not a chance, but a calculated consequence of your mastery. Master the board. Control your destiny. Men rise by discipline, not by chance. Every morning, every hour, every choice is a forging ground. Your mind is steel, your will a blade honed in fire. Without daily discipline, you bend to circumstance, bow to emotion, and stumble where others would stride. To dominate without force, to control the battlefield before it even begins, you must embrace rituals that harden your mind and sharpen your focus. This is not routine, it is war preparation, invisible yet absolute. The world tests the unprepared. The iron-willed thrive because they have trained for every eventuality. Begin with daily mental conditioning. Like a soldier who drills endlessly before battle, you must practice focus under pressure. Meditation, reflection, and deliberate thought are not passive, they are exercises in mastery. Imagine the leader who reviews every scenario before confrontation, the strategist who anticipates every ripple of chaos. The mind that trains daily perceives danger before it arrives, reacts before emotion corrupts, and acts with the precision of a predator striking at dawn. Every thought, disciplined and measured, is a weapon. Every hesitation mastered becomes a tactical advantage. Resistance to manipulation is your next shield. History is littered with great minds undone by emotional provocation. Machiavelli warned that men are easily swayed by fear, anger, and desire, emotions that betray logic and expose weakness. In modern life, this is social media outrage, office politics, or subtle psychological games played by those who crave control. You must build immunity. Recognize the triggers, anticipate the provocations, and remain immovable. The insults, the slights, the attempts to destabilize you, they bounce off a mind armored by discipline. Emotional neutrality is not coldness, it is power. Stand steady while chaos rages and watch others crumble around you. Unshakable habits complete the ritual. Repetition transforms discipline into instinct. The warrior who drills becomes unstoppable in battle. The strategist whose routines are ironclad navigates confrontation with automatic precision. Daily rituals, whether reviewing priorities, setting intentions, or rehearsing mental exercises, become shields that activate without thought. In tense encounters, these habits protect you from panic, prevent errors, and allow decisive action. Your will becomes predictable only to yourself and unassailable to others. The stakes are immense. Without this conditioning, small manipulations spiral into lost opportunities, minor challenges into devastating failures. But with an iron-willed ritual, the world becomes predictable. You respond, not react. You act, not hesitate. Every encounter, from negotiations to social power struggles, becomes a controlled engagement. You are no longer tossed by circumstance, you orchestrate it. Discipline transforms uncertainty into advantage, chaos into opportunity. Visualize it as armor forged daily, each ritual a plate welded onto your mind, each habit a layer of steel. The battlefield may roar, but you are unshaken. Your opponents move blindly while your mind is a fortress. The world tests the untrained, but you, through relentless ritual, become untouchable. Forge your mind, master your will. Men judge more by appearances than by reality, because they are guided by the senses. Every empire begins in the mind. You have trained, struck, paused, and fed the instincts that drive dominance. Now, all your prior mastery converges into a singular force. Untouchable control. This is no mere confidence. It is the manifestation of every calculated move, every disciplined habit, every silent strike, every ritual of will. You are the storm no one anticipates, the shadow that shapes outcomes without revealing itself. To become untouchable, you must first understand that perception is reality. The world bows to those who are seen as powerful. Your aura, your presence, the way you occupy a room, the calm in your eyes, all signal authority. People surrender before a single word is spoken because they sense that resistance is futile. Influence is not only in action, it is in how they believe you act. Cultivate the image, maintain the discipline, and let the world perceive mastery before you even move. Infallible composure is the armor that protects this power. Chaos is everywhere. Unseen currents of envy, sabotage, and unpredictability swirl around you. Yet, in the eye of the storm, you are still. You breathe while others panic. You plan while others flounder. Every decision is measured, every response precise. This calm is not passive, it is a weapon. Emotional neutrality disarms your opponents and commands respect. The weaker will reveal themselves through frustration, fear, or impulsive choices. Your composure creates opportunities that chaos would otherwise conceal. Stand unmoved and watch the battlefield tilt in your favor before a single strike lands. Strategic omnipresence completes the transformation. You anticipate moves before they are made. You see patterns where others see randomness. Like a grandmaster controlling the board, you calculate outcomes not a turn ahead, but 10. Every interaction, every conversation, every encounter is positioned to strengthen your dominance. This is not arrogance, it is preparation. You are everywhere mentally, even if physically unseen. Your opponents stumble because their strategies collide with the invisible web you have woven. The advantage is psychological. You shape their choices before they realize there is a choice to make. To achieve this untouchable state, integrate every principle you have mastered. Control perception. Project power that precedes reality. Maintain infallible composure. Let the world rage while you remain steady. Expand your strategic reach. Anticipate, prepare, and orchestrate outcomes before they manifest. Failure is not an option. Hesitation erodes authority. Every action must reinforce the perception that you are omnipotent, unshakable, and inevitable. Those who underestimate you do so at their peril, and those who observe your method see inevitability in motion. Visualize it. A king whose enemies move blindly while he holds every square, whose calmness turns storms into whispers, whose presence shapes reality itself. Untouchable is not granted. It is forged in discipline, perception, and relentless preparation. You are the unseen predator, the unchallenged strategist, the ruler whose influence extends beyond reach. Control the world before it touches you. Men in general judge more by the sense of sight than by the sense of touch, because everyone can see, but few can feel. The apex of power is not a clash of armies, not a loud declaration, but the quiet mastery of every mind that crosses your path. You have trained your thoughts as if they were legions, forged your instincts into sharpened blades, disciplined your mornings, mastered stillness, and executed ruthlessness without cruelty. All these lessons converge into one form, the silent conqueror. This is the stage where influence becomes invisible, yet unstoppable, where the battlefield exists in perception, anticipation, and control. You are no longer reacting, you are dictating. Total mental domination begins before a single word is spoken, before a hand is moved. Your adversaries are trapped in their own miscalculations, caught in the snares of your foresight. They stumble not because of overt force, but because you have guided them into errors. Every doubt you planted, every pause you observed, every subtle signal you emitted forces them to fight ghosts, shadows, and illusions of threats. They exhaust themselves while you stand steady, calm, and patient. Victory in this realm does not require confrontation. It requires foresight. Command their minds without their knowledge. Make them exhaust themselves against invisible walls while you conserve energy. Sharpen your focus and prepare the strike that is already predetermined. You dominate before the fight even begins. Strategic invisibility amplifies your mastery. Your victories are effortless to the outside world because they appear spontaneous, as if the universe itself bends to your will. Operate behind the scenes, unseen but always present. Influence threads through conversations, relationships, and opportunities like hidden currents in a deep river, inescapable, untraceable, and silent. Every move is calculated, every action invisible, until the result is undeniable. Those who observe your power see only the surface, unaware of the precision, the patient cultivation, and the mental machinery that produced it. This is the essence of the silent conqueror, power that is never flaunted, yet impossible to oppose. Ultimate transformation is not merely about strategy or perception. It is a rebirth. You are no longer a reactive participant, swayed by circumstance, emotion, or impulse. You are the controlling force, the invisible hand that shapes every outcome, the silent predator in every room. Your instincts are honed, your attention fixed, and your discipline absolute. Small victories compound into unassailable momentum. Calculated patience turns fleeting opportunities into lasting influence. The world moves through you, not around you. Every encounter becomes a chess match where you dictate the moves, a battlefield where your enemy's weapons fail before they reach you, a court where your presence alone compels respect and submission. To embody the silent conqueror, you must integrate all previous lessons with ruthless clarity, exercise, total mental domination, guide, anticipate, and control the minds of those around you. Perfect strategic invisibility. Let outcomes speak while your hand remains hidden. Commit to ultimate transformation. Internalize every discipline, every habit, every tactical insight until your mastery is second nature. Hesitation is death. Visibility is vulnerability. You must exist as both shadow and ruler, predator and strategist, calm amidst chaos and deliberate in every strike. Visualize it. You move through the world as though it bends to your intent. Adversaries unravel in patterns you predicted. Victories arrive silently, and your presence commands obedience without a word. You have become a force that cannot be challenged because the very notion of opposition is anticipated and neutralized before it emerges. You are invisible, yet omnipresent, silent, yet dominant, patient, yet lethal. This is the final form, the culmination of every discipline, every strategy, every ritual, the silent conqueror. The unseen commands the world. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior of all. The final ascent begins, not on the battlefield, nor in the clamor of rivals, but in the quiet chambers of your own mind. True invincibility is born in discipline, forged in the fires of self-mastery, and sharpened through relentless, silent practice. Before you ever strike externally, you must win the war within. Every doubt, every fear, every impulsive thought is a potential enemy. Conquer them. Build a fortress of clarity, resilience, and unwavering focus. Once you dominate yourself, the outside world bends to your will effortlessly. Chaos becomes predictable. Conflict becomes irrelevant. Daily practice is the engine of your ascendancy. Every ritual, every deliberate action, every disciplined choice compounds, layering power upon power until it becomes unassailable. Small, consistent moves are the hidden currents that shape empires. The world sees only results, never the preparation that made them inevitable. Train your instincts, refine your patience, and strengthen your strategies daily. Let each morning, each decision, each encounter be a rehearsal for mastery. Victory does not come to the hurried, the distracted, or the undisciplined. It belongs to the patient architect of influence. Command the battlefield quietly. Appear calm while others flounder. Move decisively while opponents overcommit. Let your power radiate through perception alone. Silent yet undeniable. Act without spectacle. Your adversaries should sense the inevitability of your presence, never its full extent. Influence is exercised not through noise or display, but through the invisible currents of strategy and preparation. Let the world bend without bloodshed. Let control flow without struggle. And let every action strike precisely where it matters. You are the embodiment of silent supremacy. Your mind is sharp, your habits unbreakable, and your influence unstoppable. External victories are merely reflections of internal mastery. Every choice you make, every moment you command, every subtle maneuver is a thread in the invisible web of your ascendancy. Others may fight, resist, and stumble, but you remain above the fray, composed, deliberate, and inevitable. Master yourself, and the world obeys.